Alright, so I did want to film a wrap-up video to my Lightning Sorceress for Season 5. Um, I'm not sure I'm done playing this season, but I think I'm done playing this character. So pretty happy with it. Um, Resistance are maxed out, 200 FCR. Got a little bit of FHR. I mean, there's definitely some room for opportunity there. Basically no magic find, and so that's probably the biggest hope that I have for season 6 is to figure out, magic find on this build if I do it again. I'm sure I will. Um, you can sacrifice the 200 FCR, which isn't needed. Let's be realistic. For magic find, I think I got about 2 to 300 out of it the other day using Enigma, swapping out really everything besides the main songs, and that worked out pretty good. I just, I like the killing speed. I don't believe that much in Magic Find, even though it is real. It is a myth to me. So strength, I did token before I made this, so I was a little bit higher just based on some of the changes I've made this season. Uh, Really, you wouldn't need to be this high of strength unless you're going with the build I'm doing, which is using T gods, and so that's the strength requirement. A lot of vitality. One of the guys did comment on one of the videos about doing energy shield. I tried that. I just wasn't a fan. So what I would run into is if I teleported into a pack, I would have no mana, and my mana sustain and getting mana back was either potting or killing. And you can't kill if you don't have any mana, and so I would die, and that was not ideal. But resistance are capped, so I'm using the T gods. That gets me to the 80 lightning to show off the gear. So main songs, puzzle box 2 or 3 this season. Didn't have a lot of luck. I did end up buying this one. I mean, I'm good with the 10 FHR slam. It's fine. I mean, certainly, picking up 10 FCR here would be nice. 7 all skills I think is nicer than the faster cash rate. Certainly the 6 open sockets, is the GG slam to me on this one. But if you can pick up 7 all skills or 10 faster cash rate with lightning pierce on it and 4 open slots, I mean you're right there. I have no idea what jewels are in this. I assume they're all 5/5s, but who knows? I have a nicer one on non-ladder, so not that worried about it. Besides the low resist, I am convinced it will get nerfed. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm taking a couple into non-ladder. Um, I just think it's way too OP. Um, it when you do the calculation, you do the math, the Pierce just ends up being ridiculous, and that was the thing that was added, this season with being able to do the skill on cast. I just feel like it'll go away. Griffin's Eye, I got this pretty early on. I mean, the slams whatever, but it was boxed for 2. I bought it. I bought it from a guy, that got a 3 open slot, and he was like, "Haha, I'm on so much better now." Really couldn't care, man. This is plenty Pierce. Honestly, a 20, is plenty Pierce. A 15 is plenty Pierce if you're going to facet it. Who cares? There's opportunity to get a much better Viper Magi. So you could go for 2 skills here and then box for the 2 open slots, to get the for the resistance. I don't care that much, to be honest with you. Really, just the resistance made a lot of difference in what I was able to do as far as boots. We'll get into some of the rest of it. I did buy this today, so I paid, I think, like 2 high runes, and honestly, the guy was pretty nice about it, but he had been sitting on it for a while. So the 15 replenished life I like on this one. I had a previous one that was just, life, which was cool too. Actually, Avocado has that one. I gave it to him. Um, Mage Fist, 30 faster cash rate. I mean, not needed. You could do a 20 FCR ring here. You could actually use I'm not going to try and say it because people make fun of me because I don't call things what they actually are. Rings, very happy with my rings this season. The change from the crafting league where they get the 6 affixes. If they're over, I think eye level 85. Don't quote me on that. Huge. Any ring that has a lot of resistance or life or anything like that, certainly worth a slam. We slammed this one pretty early in the season. We were just trying to get some 10 FCR rings or trying to, get some resistance or life leech or something for characters. This one I found in a video, my Goldfine Barb, and so at the time it was kind of, whatever. Really nice ring. It did slam the 4 resist all. I mean, obviously, you wish you get 10 FCR here. There's a cool one I got found on Facebook the other day, which is just a blue magic ring, and it is 20 FCR because you got the 10 FCR slam, and I think 14 all resistance. So really cool. I mean, I like it. Obviously, I like this one a lot better because it has the 20 strength on it, which makes my life a little bit easier. T Gods, I like to say I'm the one that started doing this. I mean, I certainly bought and sold a lot of them early when I realized, the change went to lightning skills and that 10 FCR was a good slam on these for kind of my calculations. Silkweave, I mean, these cannot be frozen. I just have a random pair for the extra mana and the mana after each kill that really makes life a lot easier. Mercenary will show him. Kind of just his stats. I mean, resistance are capped. Who cares other than that? And he does some damage. A lot of room for improvement here. I've bricked 3 different Dracs that were nicer. I bricked a nearly perfect pair yesterday, and that was kind of my last straw. I think of okay, well if I want to upgrade those, I'll just buy some. Infinity, I self-rolled this, so really happy with it. I don't think this was a sup one. I think somebody just, early in the season had an Ogre X and we went with it and called it a day. Viper Gaze, sorry, Vampire Gaze, that I found early in the season. I think that was one of the better slams that I threw on it, but I don't think it was needed. I mean, he's overcapped. I think I paid like a gold rune or something for this fortune. I mean, it is not fortitude. I mean, it is not great, but it's 29 resistance, so who cares? And at least it's 1 life. Nos that I found, I didn't even slam. Based on my luck with the Drax, I think I have another one now I probably can slap on there in Gores. Same thing. I think I bricked a few pairs of these and I didn't even slam it. So my goal is to probably get the Silkweave, cannot be frozen. I've seen them for around 3 high runes, but right now people are wanting like 6. It's alright. Annie's nothing special. I think it's Slam Vitality. It was pretty crap, but I think I paid like a low rune for it or something, like back in the day when they first started coming down in price before the PES changes. Just kind of random, if I could get Magic Fun and some resistance on things I did, a lot of all res, found that, was pretty happy about that. Torch is decent, I've had a few. I'd love to see something that we could slam these, be kind of cool. I mean, I think so many people end up with torches that were just Rathma food. Nothing to write home about on any of the skillers. Found some decent skillers, just not that. One thing I will focus on next season is rushing maps for keys. There's a Mara's that I found on Golfon Barb, and it slammed all res. It was only a 25, so it got 10 all res, which was huge, but wish I was a 30, but it is what it is. Primeval Souls, this character was really made for that, and that was my bread and butter this season was just, running Diablo and Bell and just trying to get as many of these and selling them as I could. Kind of my currency. So I found 3 Om runes, and I've just been holding on to them. Their prices kind of went up. Vex, a lot of times these 2 this season to me, looking back on this, I'll remember that Om and Vex, really held their value well. I've got 14. I mean, need I say more? Malrunes, I've got 11. These were your skiller food. This was, hey, I just need an item and I want a nice version, but I don't want to overpay. These guys are bread and butter. Goals, token was kind of a goal this season, so got a few of those from token farming, and that kind of came from if you got a Bell one, you might as well do meth, which seemed to be the hard essence to get this season. Variety of variety of polls, kind of just pick that stuff up. I don't think there's anything else here to write home about. There is one nice jewel I do want to show off since this is kind of my recap to myself when I look back. Trying to see where I stashed it. Here it is. So that was my best jewel this season. I think the jewels really got a lot better this season. I saw a lot of people with GG jewels, so that was really cool. They had some random skillers that I've got laying around. So that came from Trav. So 37 life. But yeah, I hope you guys had a great season. I do feel like I want to play a melee character. I started a Vengeance Pally on another account when I had the fail to join bug. I don't know that I will continue playing it, um, but it may be fun. Maybe a Fury Druid before they get nerfed, I'm sure, next season. But yeah, it was a good season overall. Appreciate you guys checking out the videos this season. Look forward to be back next season. Would love to see a crafted league again or something of the sorts. I think the struggle this season is how do we get people to play for more than a month? And if you really want to get down to why I'm not playing, I don't think anymore this season, or at least not on this character, is all my friends left. I mean, all my friends have been gone for 2, 3 weeks. Some of them even longer, and they'll come back season after season, but they leave, and it's not fun if you don't have friends. And you can hang out on Twitch, you can meet some of the streamers, which is great. Um, Avocado, had great conversations with him. Um, XD2 TV, had great conversation with him, ran a lot of maps with him. Go look on his Grinded 99, being there with the boys and hanging out. But yeah, I mean, other than that, how do we get people to play? That's what I really want to know. I mean, it's not Rothman, it's not Declone, it's not obtainable for a lot of us in our builds. A lot of builds can run those. I mean, there's certainly some diversity, but not where it needs to be to get us to keep playing, right? Like this to me is as min max as I'm going to get, and a lightning sorceress isn't going to be able to run either of those. I've seen people, do Tristram. I would love to see an Uber Trav. I think the cancel is fairly tough. Ancients, is not that tough to me. My sorcerers could do it very easily as long as I had someone to tank. So I'd love to see some stuff like that. That we get a few more in-game kind of things. I mean, I think that was a great one. The sigils became a little bit tough to get. I think I'd love to see Blood Moons go down to a T2. If everybody's going to run T1s for Magic Finding and everybody's going to run T3s for EXP, you need something that there's a reason to run T2s. To me, that's Blood Moon maps. That is something without the elemental issues, and that map does not deserve to be a T3. It is too easy to be a T3 in my opinion. But yeah, guys, ran really long because I kind of rambled and gave my thoughts. But hope you guys had a great season and see you next season.